Hello everyone and welcome back to Parenting Trail. My name is Ragindu. I am a certified Montessori teacher, a certified phonics trainer and a certified parenting coach. So this video is one of the most requested video. It is about the education boards in India. Most of us find it difficult during the selection of which board to choose for our child, right? So here is a video that would really help you. In this video, I will be discussing about the curriculum, the syllabus, and also the approximate fees for the same, which will help you in making the right decision. So in India, we have mainly the state board, the CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and the IB board. So these are the ones that I'm going to talk about today. So let's get to the video. The first one that we are going to discuss is about CBSE board. So here, the curriculum is basically a balance between academics and extracurricular. More emphasis is on the science and math as such. And when it comes to the syllabus, how the syllabus is, it is very structured, it is very exam oriented, and it is very, exam centric, as in it helps your child in Indian entrance exams such as NEET or JEE. The assessment here is conducted by the CBSE board itself and is a basic board exam, and wherein from the first to your ninth grade, those exams will be conducted internally by the school. In CBSE board, again, you have two types of schools, that is the government school and the private school. If you're going to the government school, your fees would be approximately around 500 to 2000 per month. And if you're coming to the private school, it could vary between 5,000 to 20,000 per month. Next one is the state board. So in India, each state has their own education board, and the syllabus that's run through this is called the state board. So here the curriculum is more regional centric and also gives the accessibility for the children to use the particular syllabus in their local language. So your syllabus, whatever you learn, comes in the local language as well. The syllabus is more simplified, giving it more accessibility to people. So the aim of state boards is to outreach the education program for everyone, and this is why the concepts are more simplified and it's not gone in depth. The assessment is done by that particular state board itself. Here again you have two schools, which is a government and a private. In government schools, the fees would be approximately around 100 to 1000 per month, and in private it can range up to 2000 to 8000 per month. Next, moving on to ICSE. In ICSE, the curriculum is built in such a way that it is very strong in English, literature, and humanities. The syllabus in an ICSE is more structured and learning in depth or in detail when compared to a CBSE syllabus. Assessment here is quite different because you have practicals and theory, not only writing exam. So it's a little bit different, wherein you have to do your practical exams and your theoretical exams to pass the board. In ICSE, you would only have private schools and your fees could vary from 8,000 to 20,000 per month. So this is basically suited for children who are looking for writing entrance exam abroad or not in India, anywhere outside India. The next one is your IB board. So the curriculum here is concept based, research based and project based, which means there is a scope for your child to do things on their own and understand things on their own rather than someone saying you what and what not. The syllabus here focuses more on real world connection rather than just memorizing whatever someone said to us. The assessment is also quite different when compared to other boards because it is project based assessment and it's not just your written exams. The fees for IB schools also is comparatively higher. It can range anywhere from 2.5 lakh to 10 lakh per year. So this totally depends upon the facility and the city that you are in and the facilities that school provides you. Next comes the Cambridge board, or you can also call it as IGCSE. Here it is the British curriculum and the emphasis is more on critical thinking and global awareness. Here the syllabus is such that there is subject flexibility, that is there are more subjects and there is flexibility of the child in learning what they want to learn and choose to learn as well. And here it is practical learning and conceptual learning rather than just mugging up and memorizing things. It's about children doing things, understanding them and implementing them. So this gives them the real life experience. Assessment here is done by the IGCSE board. The fee can vary between 1 to 3 lakh depending on your locality and also depending on the facilities provided by the school. Okay, now I have explained about the boards, but the most important question, Ragindu, you have explained which one do I select for my child? The dilemma that we all are in. So now I'm going to talk about a few factors. So you have to note down what factor that you want your child to have, or that you need from the school for your child or their future, and I can help you which syllabus or which board you can go with. Okay, the first factor is academic rigor, wherein you want your child to be excel academically and go for the national entrance exam like JEE, NEET, etc. Then definitely go ahead with CBSE board. Second factor, language and arts. If that is where your focus is and you want your child to have a balanced development and a strong note in English, then definitely go for ICSE board. Third factor, affordability and easy access. If that is what you're focusing on and you need something that has strong local language foundation, then definitely go for state board. Fourth factor, global mobility and research skills. If you want your child to be able to research, understand things, and also be able to attend global level exams, then definitely go for IB or IGCSE. Fifth one, parenting involvement and teaching philosophy. If that is something that you want to be involved in everything and you want to understand things and you want a holistic development for your child, then you can definitely check out for IB or IGCSE. So now I have given you a framework of all the boards and how the assessment is, along with the fees and the factors which you can consider to short down the list of schools that you have. So while choosing a school, there are multiple factors. It's not only the boards, it's about the accessibility, the distance, the cost, and even the facilities provided by the school. All of this play a very important factor, and also plan for the fees ahead so that you will get to know how much it is financially, so you guys can also be prepared. You can have multiple board as options as well and narrow down, go as per what your child is saying, or think from your child's perspective, because child is a center, he or she is the one who is going to be studying over there. Think and understand if this particular thing works for my child or not. So that's how I narrowed down my son's school, and it really helped me. So hope this video has been helpful for you guys. If it did, please do like, share, and do subscribe to my channel. And please do let me know in the comments if you have any doubts, or you can DM me on Instagram on Parenting Trail as well. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.